There is one another topic in Australian immigration now, asylum seeker. So daily basis, Australian media is motivated to develop new news because there is a fight going on between two political parties, Labours and Liberals, and they are actually fighting on migrants and immigration. As I told you in my clip, these capping on migrants, these standardized rules changing in the migrants. Actually, Australian immigration system has little role, and political parties have more role, and they are just criticizing each other. And that's why I'm telling no need to worry. The rules will change automatically when new party will come. Now they raised another question. Housing crisis was being used by these parties, and they told students are very harmful for us. They are using houses. What is the relationship of the students with the house? Other people are not living in houses. Australian citizens are not living in houses. Only students, one student is not getting one flat alone because very expensive. They share the accommodation. In one room they may, in one flat or in one room they may live 3 4 5 students in one room. So they are very accommodative. So how they are affecting the housing crisis? Australian citizens are not, skilled workers are not affecting. Okay, I come back to asylum seeker. No, Labour said, Liberals actually opposition party, and they want to win election, and elections are expected in this year or very soon in 6 months or 7 months or maybe start of the next year. Now Liberals raised another. First of all, they raised housing. They told Labours are not able to handle asylum seeker because there are news, and that are news are there in immigration system computer software, but these news are leaked by Liberals in the media that 80,000 asylum seekers applications have been refused. This was a little a bit sad news for me as well. 80,000 asylum seeker applications in Australia has been refused, and those asylum seekers are still living in Australia. They are working, they are studying, and they are not going back to home countries. And it's all sin, mistake, punishment must be given to the Labours. Now look at the Labours. What answer they have given? Amazing, amazing. This is called the immigration fight. So I think now governments are forgot food problem, health problem, tax problem, citizen facilities problem, social security problems, transport problems, weather problem, jobs problem, the kids education, the citizens education problems. They are not able to use these because these are becoming expensive in all countries. So very difficult to decrease the grocery. It is very difficult to improve the health because now things are becoming worse in developed countries as well. If you look at the U.S. election, in which Biden calmed down, Biden is out of the, because border security was so sensitive issue, and my illegal migrants was so sensitive issue, and so far Trump is winning because Trump is speaking that I will deport all undocumented individuals, which he cannot do. It's very difficult, but he is winning in elections because that's a political statement. Similar things are going on in Australia. Now Labours and Liberals are fighting on very soft issue. You have 4 brothers in home, right? 3 brothers are qualified, right? They are educated and they are earning money as well, and they are very well developed and they had personalities. One brother did not study. Okay, one brother is little bit health wise issue. He is not earning also. He is a depending person. He is a depending upon 3 brothers, right? So 3 brothers are independent, and they are financially very strong. They are educated, and their personalities are very good, and they are sponsoring all house. One brother is not sponsoring. Look at this story, you will understand what is going on in Australia. This brother is not educated. Now what will happen? All three brothers in the family, whenever the problem comes, they will speak against this young brother who is not educated, who is not self-sponsored. Reason? He cannot reply. Even parents, whenever the parents have claim, they will speak against this innocent brother because he will not reply, because he is a dependent. He is a weak. He is a health-wise weak. He is a financially weak. His education is weak. He can, when you respond because you have something. These three brothers who were independent and giving money to house. So when father will speak against them, father know that they will leave house and over house. Who will sponsor because they are giving many money? They are ATM machines. Similar happening with the migrants. When political leaders are now laborers and liberals are fighting for elections, they think migrants are weak. Because migrants, when they go to other countries, they are weak. They are not their citizens. Students are weak. Migrants are weak. Skilled workers are weak. We should not raise the issue of Australian citizens. We should not raise the food crisis. We should not raise the health issues because that will be very difficult to, when we will be selected. It's very difficult. They always select easiest thing. They very difficult to increase the economy and how we will give the money for health issues. How will increase the number of doctors? Doctors are paying large money. Grocery becoming expensive throughout the world. How we will decrease the weight of grocery? How we will decrease the taxes? Because taxes are the main money which we are using in the development of the country. So this is migrant is a very easy case. So let us speak against migrants. Let us speak against students. Let us speak against asylum seeker. Let us speak against housing crisis related with the migrants. Now, this is the universal topic, rubbish topic created. Housing crisis is there. I am telling you where housing crisis is in a severe status. Number 1, Canada. Number 2, Australia. Number 3, United Kingdom. And number 4, Europe. US is still safe. But unluckily, I am really sad, and as a human, I am feeling deterioration because all humans living in the world, wherever they are Australian citizens, they are UK citizens, they are Canadian citizens, they are our brothers, whatever the religion is. But when they say governments, what the governments are talking, these are students who are creating housing crisis. Students coming from 7 seas crossing away, 10,000 kilometers away he came from home country and he developed housing crisis. Where are construction companies? Where are the plans of 10 years? We listened that Australian UK made A-level paper 10 years before. And they made planning of the water 10 years before, weather climate 10 years before. Where was the planning housing crisis? These students are coming who just got visa and entering into your country is responsible for the housing crisis. The visa which you have given yourself, your visa officer application being assessed, and you took money from him, almost $70,000, $80,000, almost fees you are charging him, and which is almost triple and tetra time than any your own citizen. So these are little bit disheartening deterioration. We should talk injustice. Of course, there are some problems, but to relate with the migrant. Now, what is going on? Now, asylum seeker. Actually, I tell you why liberals are telling to the laborers that you created these 80,000 individuals who did not pass asylum. The judges refused. Still, they are living in Australia. Why you did not deport back? Now, what are the answer of the laborers? Laborers told, you know when they had applied asylum? In your government. You people technically allowed them to apply asylum. They were going back to their home countries. This is your government who motivated them, and they gave them complete chance to apply. Technically, I tell you the law. What is the law? When you apply for asylum, they give you bridging visa. Immigration system is bound to give the bridging visa. What is the bridging visa? Bridging visa is temporary visa, during which you can study also, you can work also, and you can stay in Australia. It is given for students as well. Bridging visa, when your asylum application is in process, until the result of asylum application you can stay, and asylum application sometimes go 3 years, 4 years, so at least you can stay 3-4 years. And when asylum refused, now still they are living in Australia. Now liberals are talking right, but there are laws in Australia. You know, when you are living 7-8 years in one country and you are working there and you are paying taxes, there are two types of the people in Australia in which you are technically became illegal. I tell you, there most of people who apply asylum are international students, because they did not get the chance to get the PR. They think that by asylum they are able to get PR. People, if you are thinking the people coming through boat, no, they are actually, they goes to jail. They are in a covered area and they follow another rules. I am talking about asylum. The people who filed asylum, they entered Australia by legal way. I mean, they get the visa and they entered. Mostly they are the students. Now, when they think that we are becoming very difficult, so what they do, they actually tried themselves to apply for asylum. And who gave a suggestion, lawyers? Now the Australia, a strange thing happened. The lawyers of that country gave the way to get the PR. So they think that it's very difficult. You will get work permit, and work permit is not going to be extended. Now number of the PR are very less. Now this is the best chance that you use asylum, and they applied asylum, and some of them be successful and they get the PR, and some of them are refused. When the people are refused, now they are living almost 3 years. They study 3 4 years, 2 years they got work permit, and then 2 3 years case was in process. So almost you can say 7 to 8 years minimum. I'm talking eight, maybe the 10 years. 10 years they are living, and they are not going to leave Australia. They think Australia I will not leave and will stay, and they talk with the lawyers. Lawyers say no problem, we will fight with judge, and we'll try to settle you once again, because there are a lot of options. So liberals are right, they are not wrong. Labours are also right, but I am astonished that they are raising these issues as a biggest issues in the elections. So asylum seekers are technically, when you will entertain students by positive way, mean that if the students will get the PR by positive direction, and if they will lose PR, no problem, they will go back to home country. When they think that they lost the trust that by work permit they will be able to get PR, and they lost the trust that the immigration department will not give them permanent residence. They lost the trust that immigration department will not will give the extension of their work permits. They lost the trust that the companies of Australia will not give jobs, and we may be deported back. Why not? We apply asylum. So keep watching World Immigration News by Irfan. Thank you very much.